And there you go.
It's just emotionally cold in here.
Yeah, it is.
So we have, okay, cameras, Facebook Live, everything's up and running. Welcome to it. All right.
Enjoy watching me blow my tablet up.
Yeah. So, thanks for being here. Truth, Love, and Peace. We've been hanging out for a little bit, and the forest thing, that's where we were.
China, yeah.
Just to bring it.
Quarter of their country.
It'll be good, though. We need more of that.
Yep, and
a little less deforestation.
And the farmers in India have told Monsanto to stick it where the sun don't shine, and they're gone back to their old cotton. Monsanto just lost $75 million. It's probably like a dime to them, but still, it's a good. That's the start. Keep doing it because they suck.
How many countries is that Monsanto is not allowed in?
I think all of Europe is banned in, haven't they?
Good. Good.
I mean, I don't know why. They just cause cancer and stuff.
Yeah, celiac disease.
Hey, Roundup. Yeah, they're gonna round up all the citizens and watch them die.
Have we linked that yet? There was a scene in a documentary. This lady goes, and she had just written this book about farmers and farmers being healers and vital to communities. And then she goes and meets this industrial farmer that doesn't know anyone he sells food to. He doesn't sell food to people. He sells to his crops to people who make corn syrup and shit. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Man, am I being paranoid, or did I see a light flash out there? It's probably across the river.
Probably across the river. Or both.
You never know.
Maybe your neighbor.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Corn and syrup don't seem like two things that one of them turn into the other. Something's going on.
Yeah. Why can't we just have maple syrup? Why do we
I'm not
need
sure.
corn to be syrup?
Because we probably cut down most of the maple trees because they were in our way, and now we got to wait another 200 years for them to grow.
Yeah.
And the people, and the people of Vermont just greedy. Just kidding. Love you, Vermont.
I want us to bring back.
Vermont's awesome. Lake Champlain, what up?
I think it's time that we start growing hemp again.
I think that's about to happen. Ooh, I'm connected.
Lots
Make
of-
sure y'all connected.
Lots and lots and lots of hemp.
Shall y'all connect?
I don't think there's any real reason not to.
Oh, let's see what we got going on.
We're trying to get John's
I think I've got it.
This has been ongoing, John.
iPad
I told you.
up on Facebook.
Not a big
Good.
deal.
Hop on Facebook and share that, and I will do the same. I don't know if my comments are coming up on my little monitor screen over here or
We're
not.
gonna have a couple giveaways later. Free CDs. We just got to come up with a worthwhile question, or we'll come up with something good. None of my friends are allowed to call in.
None of your friends are allowed to call in?
I don't have any friends. Just don't worry about it. Just kidding. You're allowed to call in. You probably lost my CD and gave it away.
I did give it away.
I mean, I gave mine all away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now.
But you got to get to put
Your
it in you.
brother. But you got to give it to your brother.
Whoa. Don't
Band
play
with
with
longevity.
cameras.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's hard to stay that relevant that long.
True.
Flea, you gotta give it up
That
for
is true.
Flea, man.
Flea's a badass.
Yeah.
So is Chad Smith. The guitar player is like the drummer for Spinal Tap, though. They keep keeling over.
Really?
I think like two of them are OD'd, and it's like, hey, you want to play guitar? I'm like, I might sit in for like a tour, but
For one song.
I don't want to. Bruce Hornsby with the Dead was like, yeah, this is cool, but I'm like getting close to that area where something bad's gonna happen to the keyboard player. Like, gotta hit the road. And they always were that. So
There's a time limit.
Vince Welnick, I kept waiting. I was like, man, he's way overdue. Lightning's gonna strike him in the middle of the concert or something.
Lisa, did you share this on Facebook?
I did.
Awesome. John, did you get there yet?
I have
John's
no
still
idea.
trying to get there, I think.
The Yankees playing.
Where's
somewhere.
Lee at?
Looks like the sports bar.
What?
That's not far away.
I don't know, but it can't be. What's up, Dan Anderson? Let's find out.
If he's down at the sports bar, we should go down there and harass him after this.
Probably should.
Because they'll be packing out. Well, they're probably packing out right now. That's okay.
It's not worth it.
It's about that time of year where somebody said it really well earlier. It might have been Lefty. Said it's that time of year that when I'm home, I'm not going back out.
Yeah. Nice
Yeah.
and toasty.
Undercovers were attacked last night all over the damn place.
What's this?
There were undercovers all over the roads last night.
Why are there more undercover cars now than just regular police cars? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're being sneaky.
Not being sneaky when they're like parked in the dark with their lights on. Like,
They want to take you off guard.
Well, what are they going to sneak up on? Like, how is it? Why is there so much secrecy involved in protecting and serving? I'm kind of over this whole secret military.
I don't know,
bullshit.
but they have, by the way, people in Orange Beach, they have the entrapment lights working because I turned out of West Dorkers last night and the traffic light in front of the Regions with nobody inside at 2 o'clock in the morning turned red and stayed for 2 minutes until a cop got behind me and then turned green. I was like, Sat there, I was like, yeah, just waited for the headlights, and there he came down from the canal road and it turned on because he's. I was like, that light's never goes on when there's nobody
Those
coming.
timers, man, the way they set those up, that's just why? We've had better technology than that since the 80s. Like, we've got Tesla now.
Are they using
Cars can drive, not just drive themselves based on sensory information, but based on visual information. So we really need lights to be on a timer. D said end of year quota.
Oh yeah.
That's why I spend a lot of
Merry
time
Christmas, locals.
on this side of the line.
Give me some money.
Man, I saw a post on Facebook recently about how there were a lot more. There's a lot more police presence down here during the holidays.
Don't miss court, by the way, in Orange
Yeah.
Beach.
Then, oh yeah.
They will come to your house.
I don't know. It's just seems
And make you
pretty
walk.
bad.
They make you
man.
walk a half mile down the road,
Seriously?
Yeah.
where they park way down the street unnecessarily to parade you in front of your neighbors. Just so I've heard.
Wow.
When you hear a lot of locals talking about
Thanks,
the same
boys.
thing, something's up.
Classy.
I was just quoting that song the other day about harass and intimidate. And that song's been around a hot
Protect and
minute.
serve your wallet.
It's just, and then the whole thing about the increased tax that they're putting on tourists. It's one tourist community after another, man. We all saw what happened to Destin, right?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
barely go through Destin.
Oh, and that article about checking people's cars if they're unlocked, running their tags so they can get in touch with them to tell them to come lock it. That's BS. Don't
That's
touch
illegal.
Don't touch my car.
Yeah.
I can leave it unlocked if I feel like it.
Yeah,
Go find the people that are breaking into cars. Do your job.
that's horrible.
Like the tickets in this town, if you get pulled over, it's insane. The amount you are
I
charged.
mean, people breaking into cars. Go find them. That's the problem. Not our. Don't pull on my door handles.
Yeah,
Don't set my alarm off anymore again at 3 in the morning.
I recently paid an expired tag ticket
Crazy.
gladly because I was in the wrong.
Well, I was in the wrong with
Because,
my taillight ticket. I just didn't need to
Yeah, but
come
I
get
didn't.
picked up at my house at 8:30.
Yeah, and I did not feel.
And a warrant served on me for a taillight missing ticket. Thanks.
Yeah.
Marched down my street in handcuffs.
I didn't.
Thank you. Lived here 20 years.
I didn't feel like a part of the community during that whole exchange. It was very off-putting,
And
and
for following me to my house while I changed on my official clothes because I'm such a criminal.
Wow.
that's some nonsense.
Thank
What
you.
do they do with all the money they're collecting from everybody?
Hire more cops.
Nonsense. Did you hear about that racket where those guys up in Alabama? There were like 3 of these rogue cops in this teeny
Oh, they
tiny
killed
town.
somebody, didn't they?
I don't know about
They
that
charged
one.
with murder, I thought.
The one I heard about was they were confiscating all this money from people, claiming that it was associated with drug stuff, because they're allowed to do this, and so people weren't coming in and claiming their property back, and so they were just keeping it. And it's a
Wow.
racket that they
It's like
run around the
in
country.
Michigan when they probably have it here, and then they take everything of value out of the house.
That's so unfortunate.
And then
man.
it's usually they take it as part and they throw it in with the
And
case.
then we wonder why cops have such a bad public rep.
The people
Like,
legally can generally come get it, but the
Yeah.
people legally spend too much money by the time they get there. They can't bother to do it. So it's called something stupid. But they'll go in there and just
Take it off.
take out the TVs in people's cars.
man, and that's like the
It's
video,
has nothing to do with the actual crime.
the video of those cops raiding that head shop out in there was somewhere, but anyway, they bust in gunpoint, and they drag all these people out of there, and then they're sitting around eating the edibles and stuff. Like, come on.
Well, you know,
It's gotten bad.
they sent the SWAT team over off of Canal Road like last month. 12 people for some big bus that they thought was coming. They got less than a quarter pound off these two dudes, and then they gave them a bunch of gun charges that ended up being all registered legal guns.
Oh, I remember seeing that. They had it all laid out on the table, and it was a big to-do.
Yeah, and it, like 12 people on a SWAT bus riding through kids waiting for the school buses to come to kick down the door of two guys that just had like some personal THC, and then had to make a big spiel about it. So I mean, come on, man, with your new Nazi helmets.
Wow.
I mean, one of you guys was wearing one at my house, so I know what they look like.
Man, and do we really need to militarize the police?
I live on a dead-end road, by the way, so I don't know where you thought I was going.
You know, we were talking about that earlier,
What?
about people that have been in a fight and all this violence that keeps running around. Man, maybe that's another thing that artificial intelligence is going to solve for us. You know, Skynet, the machines. Have you seen the robots that are sweating and jumping around and doing all this stuff? Like, very quickly, we are going to be to your physical badassery is nothing.
Oh yeah.
So calm down. Like, just take it easy. I want us to get there really quickly. I'm over it. I mean, it's just
Either that or just go backwards.
way too much meatheadery.
Learn how to eat.
That would be a good
Get your
start.
own food.
Yeah, don't buy stuff from
what a
the
concept.
genetic engineers. That's a good place to start.
When it hits the fan, don't come asking for stuff.
Yeah, those who know how to grow things
Sorry.
are in hot demand.
And don't starve. Don't be stupid. If it moves, eat it.
Eat it.
I mean, if it runs by you, grab it and eat it.
It swims by you.
The taste will be a lot more satisfying than the slow, painful death you're going to go through if you don't eat something. So it's just a bug or whatever it is. Just eat.
Eat it.
Learn how to make fresh water out of salt water. It's pretty easy.
You just gotta boil it.
Condensation.
You just gotta boil it, right?
Put something over the top and let it run down into something else.
And
So, and make sure you know how to obviously make fire because you need to boil something.
yeah, so okay, how many people are screwed right there? If you don't have a lighter, how many people know how to or have ever made a fire with something else? Like, I've made a fire with a flint and a...
Yeah, I made one with a magnifying glass. Keep one with you.
Yeah, that's good option.
Steel wool lights like hell, and so does dryer lint, and it's light. Pack it in Ziploc.
Man.
Take it camping.
I'm just going through things in my head, and without Les Stroud, I'd probably be screwed. Like, I think I learned more from Les Stroud than I did in the Boy
Take some
Scouts.
candles camping and some waterproof matches. You'll be in business too.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Candles.
You seen that YouTube channel, the primitive technology guy that builds everything from that dude? That's
That's pretty
awesome.
sweet. Making some clay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and there's no fish around.
Love
Go
that
kill
guy.
something and put it in the water. Once some official show
Dave
Bugs.
Dave McDonald said hello.
up. What's up, McDonald?
Hi.
Dave, you got to be on the show. If you're not doing anything, come on over.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be here.
I saw Ed's guard your place. Ed Anderson is playing tomorrow at Big Breach Brewing Company. Don't know what time. Dave, do you know? And then the Floribama, I believe, at 2 o'clock on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ed. And
Heck
Kim.
yeah, man. If you have those, Dave, if you know what they are, toss them in the comments for us.
And I told Ed to come over here and do a show with you.
Yeah, Ed and I got to get hooked up. I've still got Ed's number somewhere, but I've been looking at calendar. I'm taking kind of this week off and chilling, just because I think I can and I want to.
I think you can.
Yeah, you should.
So, but I'm starting to book up the week of the 8th and moving forward. So, if Ed, Dave, get in touch. Let me know what dates you're free. And you don't have to worry about being able to come here anymore. That's the beauty of this. I can come to you. So we've been exploring a lot of different possibilities of things we can go do. Got it stripped down to where it's just this small. It's one microphone and one camera, and we get all three platforms simultaneously. So making good progress. It's been a fun experiment. But we got to figure out how to take it fishing. Which
Nice.
yeah, I think I have figured out. I think I have figured out.
Can we get a GoPro and stick it on the flounder gig?
Yes.
If we can, put it in the water. Pretty awesome.
Yes, that would require editing, and that's a different podcast, though.
No, just maybe. I think we could do it live, can we?
There's no way to cut to the. Well, you could do a GoPro stream, but that's a whole nother
I could just
thing.
put a camera on my forehead.
Well, yeah, but then you get into the technicality of how do we wire that in so you can talk to people at the same time. I'm not sure how to do that one.
We'll have a little microphone somewhere.
Carry something around your waist or something, or
That's a much more technical.
Somebody could do
question.
a play-by-play from the beach.
Well, you need a switcher,
Yeah,
like you need
Hey,
a
he looks
camera
like
switcher.
Looks like he's seen a flounder.
he's
He's raising the gig. No, it's just a stingray.
We'd have to have a team of people following
That's
us
just
around.
a piece of garbage, I guess. Oh, it looks like he may have gigged his foot. Well, we're gonna take a break.
We need to figure out how to do that with the drone. Like we've got the drone. We just need to figure out how to make that work.
We need to find a drone with a special lens that could see the flounder and send it
Put a
off.
light on it.
That's cheating.
Night vision? Thermal imaging? No, what? Thermal imaging. What? That would work. Duh.
I don't know.
Night vision.
Well, I got asked the Osprey. I saw one pick up a flounder from like 100 feet up. I'm like, how did you see that on the bottom? I was like, I gave him the golf clap. I was visual.
Dude.
I mean, splash. I was like, what? But nice. How did you see that flounder on the bottom, like 8 feet in front of me that I couldn't see? From way,
Well, birds are dinosaurs. I've been talking about this a lot, and I've been trying to find a way to make it funny. And birds are dinosaurs. They're vicious. They're absolutely vicious. And I'm not sure exactly what the punchline is going to be, but somewhere along the lines of birds are dinosaurs, birds are vicious, and nobody has ever heard of a kitten fight, but everybody's heard of a cockfight. And that's because kittens aren't vicious. Chickens are fucking vicious because they're dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are vicious. Somewhere in there's a punchline. I hope.
somewhere it'll happen. Somewhere.
I think it's funny the visual of if you put kittens in a cage, they don't ever fight. They just don't. It's because they're not dinosaurs. It's because they're not dinosaurs. Still working. I'm still working on that one. I don't know, but somehow, some way, there's gotta be a punchline.
The first algae powered building has been made. By the way,
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that
Cool.
earlier. They're
pretty cool. The same
they're
firm.
run down.
Where's this now?
The same. It's I don't know.
Germany?
I think it is. It's the same firm that designed the Sydney Opera House. Has a building that's completely run by algae.
Nice.
It's surrounded by tanks with water and algae in it. Collects sunlight, and they collect the algae, burn it, and then they grow more algae.
There you go.
Germany's going to be
There's the
35%,
answer.
35% reliant on renewable energy, while we drag ass by 2020.
well,
And
climate change isn't real, man.
2020, and in which place? And China will have a quarter of forests all over the place.
We're moving to China and Germany.
The expat
That's going to be some
revolution.
tough languages. God.
The expat
Lead
revolution.
interpreter.
My brother, he knows German.
I'm start teaching English.
And segue to the Germans, and a worse subject, the bookkeeper of Auschwitz
Oh yeah.
is going to
jail.
prison at 90. Was found guilty in the assistance of 300,000 deaths.
Good.
Fucker had
He
it
said
coming.
he was morally guilty, which he was.
Yeah,
Collecting money and counting it from all the people that were about to get gassed.
that's so
Disgusting.
horrific. So horrific.
Enjoy that prison time before wherever the hell you go later.
Oh, whatever. They're gonna lock him up, and he's gonna put his head down on the pillow and just die.
Yeah, and then
Just give up and die.
probably.
Yep.
Or somebody,
Sounds
or do the arsenic.
Cheap bastard.
Himmler, you rat.
And then you got all the ones that came
Go
over.
check their
Project
mouths.
Paperclip. Hey, well, Project Paperclip. I know, right? They've all got a false tooth.
But thanks for our space program, by the way.
Yeah, and I think Von Braun's warning of the alien false flag is upon us. The pieces, I've been looking into it, and they made the announcement.
Oh yeah, and which is
And then Tom
that's the other
DeLonge.
thing. You know, the world is so messed up these days that the Pentagon admitted UFOs exist, and nobody blinked an eye. Like
Right.
20 years ago, it'd been like, what?
Right.
So that's how screwed up and fucked up everything else is right now.
Yeah, the smoke and mirrors are thick when nobody bats an eyelash at.
Well, it's not a credible. Oh, you mean the ex-head of the Pentagon? All right.
Right, it's not credible when
The
it's
head of the
US
UFO
pilots.
yeah, like the guy that was
reporting
running
to
the
a
program.
US board. Yeah. What is it? Harry? What's his nuts? Something or other. That was his claim to fame, or he said it was one of his brightest legacies, something like that. But then you've got the whole Tom DeLonge thing, where this could just be one more false flag, where the government has found some dumb rock star, who's obviously some dumb rock star, if you listen to the guy talk, that they've just started shoveling disinformation, to spout off to the public about, hey, you should go convince everybody that this is a problem.
Yeah, speaking of smoke screens, by the way, in response to our new wall being built, Mexico has made an agreement with Argentina to buy all their corn and soy and all a bunch of other stuff, and then duty free, and send cars to them duty free, which will cost our farmers $14 billion. Yeah. So, yay wall, closing us in, and keeping the rest of the world out to go enjoy themselves and act like normal people. It's like a giant version of Escape from New York coming.
We're headed that way.
Snake Plissken. And that makes me feel old.
Well, and on top of that, the EU
the Duke. Yeah.
said by 2019 they're going to defund all long-term fossil fuel projects, investments, which is basically the big red flag that all major business and even the power sector is moving away from fossil fuels, which I guess it came right after the tipping point where renewable resources eclipsed the
Alabama, can we collect our water, please? Can I collect water to use my garden, or you guys still owning the clouds? Apparently, I'm not sure when it happened, but the ownership of clouds and rain is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, they cited airspace, right?
Who knows what they cited?
Morons.
They cited themselves. I own the cloud.
McDonald's said
I'm just rain.
New Year's Day at 2.
What about that? Can you say that again?
Ed Anderson, New Year's Day at 2.
What about tomorrow night at the big the brewery? Ed was at the Harpoon earlier enjoying some beach libations.
Libations! Is Ed still hanging out in that undisclosed location?
Somewhere on the west side.
Yeah. We need to...
Some Melrose establishment.
Hey, what's the Fukushima update, by the way?
It's still melting down, and I'm sure they're starting to figure out what the hell they're ever going to do.
And the Pacific is completely
still
irradiated?
dumping 300 metric tons a day of nuclear water. But they have to, because like I said, if they drain the cooling tanks for the spent rods, and then we're all dead.
Well, and I think we touched on it last time. We were talking about how
Yeah, it's melting through the bottom. It's melting through the earth.
It's melting through the earth.
Everything they send down there just fries. Like if you open the door to where they're looking right now for 2 seconds, you'll be dead by the time the afternoon is done. I can't remember the count of what it is, but it's like fatal is like 30. It's at like 700 something. It's just fried. Everything's in there. I mean, if you looked at it, you'd be like,
melt your eyeballs.
Yeah, you'd be dead in a couple hours. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess the only thing they can do is maybe cover it in a big giant concrete ball.
Yeah, just start pumping.
And then start writing our story of the Ark of the Covenant, which is why they hid it. I would think.
Yeah.
Or
it makes sense.
Like it seems that everyone's hair and everything was falling out, and they kept passing it on. Like, you have it. Stop opening it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Nuclear. It's radiating people.
And it's very convenient how all those symptoms line up so readily. Yeah. But who knows? Well,
I mean, power of the sun seems like
there's plenty of good evidence out there.
But, or yeah, what are we talking about? Kim Jong-il's got the Ark, right?
Yeah. At least that's
A
what
long way, so long way.
he said.
Should we play some music?
Yeah.
Yes.
John, play us a song.
What are we gonna do?
We should.
Oh, we have some requests.
Yeah.
What's up, Gadsden? Hello, April.
That's not
We'll do one of your.
You want your guitar?
Sure. Let's do something. Well, we'll do one and then we'll do one. Can I have the capo?
Yeah.
Story time here. Watch John tune.
It's kind of chilly. That does happen. You play something in F sharp, I'll play along with you.
All right.
This is a Chinese song. Tune in. I guess I could be telling a story about the song, but there's none.
Dave said that we rate 6 to 10. What's the name of this one?
One Horse Town. I don't know just what I know. Thinking has to let it go. Worry don't do me no good. Never has and never could. You say that you know me well. The things you do make it damn sure hard to tell. Little things that kept us free now become the great divide between you and me. I just wanted to hold you. Guess you thought that I might hold you down. But I stopped believing. Too tired for grieving. Think I'll just be leaving you in this little one lost town. And I did all the best I could. Don't think of doing any different, even if I could. My life, I admit, can be a little strange. But if love is real, you should never need a reason to change. Maybe I have more to say. You and I might find some common ground. This time I rode the boat ashore. Drew the shades and locked the door. You go find what you're looking for in your little one lost town. Things you need, things you get, thinking and forget. Nothing that's worth holding on never comes free. Later on down the line, we might find things we tried to hide so hard became the easiest to see. Easy to see. It might take a while, but I'll get right. And if I'm good by the time we meet again, I wanna hear about all the people and the places that you've been. Now I think I'll just let go. It's not to have the past around. I don't know what horse is. Potro? Is that all? Which is the name of the Mexican restaurant that's on the canal, which is kind of scary.
Was that before or after?
Huh. I don't know.
So what's the story behind that one?
I don't know. Probably just getting crap out of your head. Break up stuff. Easier to say than
Oh, I got you.
musicians don't tell it very well sometimes. Sometimes easier to just sing it. Nothing about living on a little island. You know, Orange Beach doesn't lend itself to very vocally wise and good, so nothing. Just another girl left song.
Nothing grandiose, just life events.
Nothing. Just enjoy your town. I'll be around. You'll see me. I'm still here.
Your little one horse town.
Mm-hmm. Don't be, don't act all shocked when we run into each other.
Right?
And yes, I've dated someone you knew.
It's a fascinating subject, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Love gone bad? Love gone bad?
Well, that's just a long, drawn out one.
I don't know how deep we want to go on that
Let's
one.
go deep. Come on.
Well,
Let's talk.
when you think about the conversations that we have with other people being conversations that we're really just having with ourselves at different times.
You just lost half the people. You're like, oh!
Come back.
Sorry.
Please come back.
Yeah, so sometimes sometimes you have feelings that get in the way of real life. How
That's
about
off.
that?
Oh,
How
yeah.
about that
That
for
Oh,
happens.
yeah.
That's like every day.
Mhm.
So, but why is it so... I don't know, why can't it be so upsetting to run into someone that...
Unfinished business. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaving without actually talking, which is just the easiest way.
Communication.
Especially if you both live on the same island. You might as well get that out of the way. Don't let it go like 8 months and be like...
I think that has a lot to do with how we've gotten ourselves in this strange political predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of animosity.
Mm-hmm.
I think for self. I think a lot of people, especially people that are reevaluating decisions they may have made, going, "Oh man, this is way worse than I thought it was," and electing people to represent you.
Boom.
And finding out that they don't really represent you well. And so the anger that people are spewing, you can't really be angry at those people anymore. And so people are starting to realize that they're angry with themselves. And so that's what gets kind of seethy on a community level. And so for me, running into people that I know made some bad decisions, in my opinion, is a lot like running into an ex, just being like, "What am I?" Like Mark Maron says, "What do I do with you now?"
Write a song about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Yep, grocery store. Hey, how's it going?
If only everybody could write songs instead of walking around demanding people be politically correct.
I mean,
That's getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, I would watch Congress.
Real old.
If everyone had to get up there and be like, "All right, listen up."
If it were a little more like Parliament,
Everyone played a song. Got to get up. Like, listen up, everybody. Here comes the jam. Here comes the guy from Alabama. Some country music, and somebody from Seattle guys got to play some grunge.
you
Listen
have to
up.
say it in art, whatever it is. It may not be a song, but you have to say it in art.
Paint it.
You have to express it and not just speak it. Well, no, that would take.
Here's a photo. I'm just gonna walk away. All right, so let's give away this CD somehow.
Yeah, here. Oh, that one?
Let's think, or either one. They're both the same.
This one's better.
Let's see what it says in here.
Sorry, I am so far in my head right now.
I'm trying to think.
Tell us.
This
Tell
is-
us. We want to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's fascinating.
I'm sure
Just
it is.
Whoever can tell me what body of water the photos on the album we're taking it in
Okay.
gets one.
Let
The
me
first,
see it again.
the first
I think I
CD.
know.
You already have a CD, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do. I already have a CD. Don't say that towards the microphone. It's not that small of a microphone.
I'm not sure though. No, no, it's not.
But
No,
then that's not the answer.
Technically, it's not. Sorry. Sorry, Lisa, you're out.
Did you choose another?
So the question. So the question is,
Nope.
what body
Next
of
caller.
water?
Next caller, please.
Let's see this.
They all left.
So the question is, which body of water
And the one in the back is the same too.
is have you ever seen a true mirror?
I'm not sure.
It's angled.
My vampire blood makes it impossible for me to see anything.
It's angled at like 45 degrees, so it's not a flat reflection. It's messed up, man.
Oh yeah.
It's messed up.
I think this is an amazing photo, by the way.
Nice job, Michelle. Carol Stansel.
Like, there's no bubbles or anything. Like, John's on the bottom of the,
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does he stay down there?
Well, he's a fish.
Oh, that's right.
Me and Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he's got. If you look behind his ear, he's
Why
got.
do you
He's
have
got
fin?
gills.
Yeah.
He does.
Look, John.
He
There's
does.
like three
How
of
else
them.
am I supposed to talk to them?
We proved that a long time ago.
That
Dave
makes
McDonald
total sense.
said he should be in bed, but he's mesmerized. He can't step away. And your mother has
Hi,
tuned
Mom.
Uh-oh.
Say hi.
in. So
Hi, Mom.
we got to be nice. Hi, Mom.
Mom, this is Compton. Isn't he great?
Yeah.
He's so smart.
No, I don't know about all that. I'm just here. Just here. I'm working it out. Working it out. I don't even know what to feel smart about today.
And then, I don't know how we'll
It's
get
kind
you
of
the
a
CD, but we'll get you one. So whoever.
John will deliver it.
Yep, I can do that.
Well, where are you going to be
If you're a
next?
beautiful single. No.
If you're single and beautiful, John.
Right. Otherwise, don't
Compton will
apply.
come too.
Call me.
Don't
867.
Jenny.
I'm not at 2. No. You cannot find me at 1. I am playing on Sunday at
Floribama.
7-Eleven, and I believe tomorrow with Albert Simpson at 10 o'clock.
Happy New Year.
Tomorrow at 10.
I believe so, in the main room upstairs.
Hell yeah.
Little holiday jam.
I haven't seen Albert in a hot minute.
He will be here.
I need to catch
Hello,
up with
Albert. I believe his song
Hi,
reached
Albert.
#1 on some chart.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
I don't know if
That's
Albert
awesome.
made the chart. I'm just kidding. I was kidding.
Can you do that?
No, his songs are awesome. We know that. I believe he just got done with his last run with John. I don't know. Where's Colin by the way? Whenever you pick this up,
I don't know. I hadn't seen Kulinich. I hadn't seen anybody in a hot minute. I've been hibernating, doing my own thing.
I'm just confirming that I do have the right
Did
body
anyone
water.
win this yet?
No.
Maybe we should change the.
Well, it's going to be in the more normal people hours, as opposed to 2 a.m. That's what I was going to say. Where do you want them to come pick that up?
We'll figure that out. Just send a picture and I'll. Just kidding.
You have to have certain requirements.
No, I got enough trouble
Hey,
with this.
so whoever can come up with the Anthony Weiner picture first and send it to Cook, I will buy you a CD. Just
I'll buy the other one.
just so John can have pictures to look at.
I won't record any more albums ever.
That'd be too funny, man. If you wake up and have just one Anthony Weiner,
I'll inform you
it'll be so funny.
Yeah, because I'll be delivering this and be like, here you go.
Yeah, I'll owe you. We'll owe you for a CD.
I'm just remembering make sure I had the right body water. Yes, that's right.
Dave McDonald said, "Who are your influences?"
Who are we talking to? Me?
Yeah.
Cook.
In music or just in general?
Music.
Well, who taught you how to eat pussy?
Oh, God. My mother's watching this. Mom, it's okay. Don't worry.
Sorry,
Now
Mom.
you-
I mean,
Scared by
pretty much
mother.
Peter North and Ron Jeremy and a couple other.
Well,
Dave
Dave wasn't.
I
Wasn't specific.
I grew up in the '80s. HBO.
John Holmes.
Cinemax.
Yeah.
My mother watches these too. My mom doesn't even watch them. She won't even get the visual context. She'll.
You all right? I
listen
watched it.
to
I learned it from watching you. That's another '80s drug reference commercial.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you can eat an oyster.
Who are your musical? Okay, let's talk about
All right.
music. Who are your musical influences?
Jerry, the Dead. Let's see, Pink Floyd. Also, I mean, they're all over the place. Elton John, piano wise. James Taylor. Anybody here back? I mean, I don't know. And let me see who else. Like John McLaughlin, Earl Clue, those kind of jazz guys. Bunch of bluegrass players. Tony Rice. Who knows? The list goes on and on.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, who? Bale Fleck. Let's see. I mean,
What about Tom Petty?
I'm for his songwriting, not for his guitar playing, but the Heartbreakers are pretty damn good. Or were.
I was thinking the other day about how sad it is that 2016 sucked so hard, and it's all but forgotten.
Or 2017.
Like musical artists that passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2017.
Steely Dan.
Prince.
Walter Becker, that hurt.
David Bowie.
So many good ones.
Yeah.
So many good ones, and then along comes UFOs Are Real, and the C.E. Otis, and it's so sad. It's so sad. How long have you been playing piano, John? What have you been playing longer, piano or guitar?
I'm not sure. I think I started about the same time. Third grade. I took 1 year of piano lessons, and I didn't like the recital because it's like me looking at the piano and there's like 20 adults behind me, And I never actually read the piece or studied it or anything. That was my problem. My guitar teacher was like, "Have you done any assignments I've done? Like I asked you to do in 6 months." I'm like, "No." He's like, "You can just play this thing. Just probably shouldn't do this anymore." I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks.
Bye.
Appreciate it." And then the piano just had one at the house. Sat around and noodled on it. I played, and I had some drum sets. I don't know why parents would give their kids drums. It just seems like a terrible idea.
What about the mandolin? Mandolin.
That one had built in, I think. Actually, I took Tony Montgomery's home one night, and then when I came back in the morning, he gave it to me because he was like, "Here." He's like, "Well, I don't want it anymore." Thanks, Tony.
Good old T-Bone.
T-Bone. But that's the first one I've owned, so.
Really? Cool.
I'm looking for anyone with a cheap banjo with a pickup in. Let me know. Can't get on that one. I was gonna get an accordion, but those suckers are expensive. A nice one.
That's a lot of fun, though, man.
I got a piano on the right. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what the left one is, but I got enough Cajun friends to go down there and find out.
It's a key change, isn't it?
I think so.
Something
It's
like
got
that.
a bunch of different. I'm not sure. The big ones look like they have about 160 buttons on them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Jason Justice played one with 3 on it one night at the River House. It was awesome. On a toy accordion. Somewhere there's some audio of that. I think Beth Childs may have it. We played like 20 different songs. He's got it down. I told him he needs to bring it out one time to the main room. It's like this little
squeeze box.
But he's
old school.
It sounded like somebody he knew what he was doing.
Oh, I'm sure.
And he's got a new album out, by the way.
The
Pawn Shop Side of Town, I believe.
Yeah. That's the Pawn. You can find that for download, I think, on iTunes.
I'm sure he's playing this one.
I saw a promo for that recently. You should check that out.
And I'm sure
it's a great song.
JoJo Press is probably playing. And I think Lee Yankee played last night.
I think Prez is going to be Sunday.
Lee Yankee's playing somewhere right now. Dan Anderson, where are you?
Yeah, where is everybody?
Dan's out there.
Well, they're probably just wrapping up. It's 2:32.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
So people are loading out. I saw Chris Beverly came through. Phobes came through.
McDonald, what are you doing?
He's probably thinking of more questions to ask you. While we're
Dave's probably asking me every question.
I haven't been looking at the real time.
We
Got to go
Which
back.
song did you write first?
Oh, that's a good question. Say that again.
Which song off the record did you write first?
Alabama Girls.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Shout out to the X.
As XS.
That was about one, but it accompanies a bunch. Who's out of the Gump? And by the way, prayers and thoughts to the Montgomery music family. Ben Hagler passed away.
Ooh.
Wayne Mills, original drummer. on Christmas, 47.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Boogie. Killer dude and radio host. So the Gumps kind of had a rough week.
That's unfortunate.
Say hey to Wayne for us.
Man, miss that dude. What is this? Birds with Nazis?
Hmm?
Dan McDonald said birds with Nazi helmets. Oh, that's from earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember his name, but...
Ooh.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was way back. Sorry, I pulled that up.
We
And
gotta go back.
it's like, hey, what's going on
We're
there?
back now.
Sorry. Lee's feeding squirrels. I don't know where Lee is. Phobes.
Shout out to Johnny Mullen for our Africa version during karaoke the other
Yeah,
night.
I heard about that.
Toto throw down.
What?
Yeah.
I hate that I missed that.
Heard about that.
And Sarah Day and Jackie were dancing.
We were watching the Africa video,
That's what, yeah.
looking at the...
It's the weird
book.
storyline. Yeah, the
Oh, that
weird-
was great, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's one of the craziest videos ever.
Let's throw Kilimanjaro and the Serengeti in the same sentence and just make it sound really awkward.
I think there's some Ancient Aliens references in there for sure.
Soon as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. Jeez.
Yeah, Kilimanjaro
Really? That's a lot to say.
rises.
Yeah, you had like have a song before that to fit all that in there, not in this last line. And what about wild dogs cannot holler, could crack a crowd in the night looking for some solitary companion. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, the solitary companion.
Solitary
Yeah.
companion.
What does that mean exactly?
I think we decided maybe be outside so I know you're there but not here near me.
Yeah, that's
Stay 10 feet away.
Stay outside. Come on over, but just stay in my yard.
Canine Romeo and Juliet bullshit. That's what that is.
So what are you looking for in a partner?
Somebody comes over but doesn't come
Someone
inside.
like a solitary companion. What?
Netflix and Wave. That's about what it.
You
That's
stay
what
in
I'm
your
looking
car,
You know,
I'll
like-
stay in the house.
Like they stay on the other side of town, but I feel like they're here, keeping me company.
We're all hanging out together.
No,
Toto.
really, no.
Steve Lukather is a badass. I don't know about the rest of the guys. But still not sure what was going on with the spears being thrown and the librarian getting killed and the maps and you thought it was Aborigine stuff, right?
Yeah,
I think it was just a cheap budget in the 80s with a lot of
Yeah, me
cocaine.
too.
probably true. Somebody heard a story in passing and was like, "Oh, hey, we can take those 4 words and write a song around it."
And this computer, I can superimpose a book,
Yeah.
and we put the band on top of it too.
Well, and if you look, the Aboriginal guy that they had,
Right.
that all looked way more African than Australian
yeah,
in origin, which, yeah, it's kind of shady.
and the book that says Africa,
Yeah, in very English
Glow,
print.
it's a glow.
he keeps looking at. But the first line was like, oh, at some point she's coming in about like 9:30 flight. Well, I mean, I thought he was just talking about the country, like when I was a kid, but and then I don't know.
Better videos.
And then wild dogs, and then he's like frightened of this thing that I've become. What have you become?
Better video is the one of the couple. That
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's become in that thing. Gotta take me a lot to take you away from you.
It's become a mess.
I think we need to make a whole segment out of this and just start doing song lyric reviews.
I think that'd be awesome.
We'll have to do a new one every time.
Yeah, I mean,
because I wish I had them
Let's do
printed
one
up
now.
in front of me.
Let's pick another song.
Well, we're coming up on having to change out this battery.
Ooh.
So
Smoke cigarette break.
we can do that, and then
And Lisa's gonna play a song.
John's gonna play mandolin.
yeah, and then we'll come back for. Well, we'll just turn the video off and we'll leave the audio on, and then we'll come back and we'll do part 2 on Facebook with the rest of the
Right,
music.
and I guess if nobody, maybe we'll just give it away at the end for like a random. First 5 people put their name, we'll throw it on a piece of paper and I'll throw a dart at it.
Good idea.
Which is what they do in Nashville when they write songs. It's a spinning wheel with like Red Truck and Dirt Road, and
Oh my gosh.
they throw the dart and it hits it and they just rhyme with it.
Redneck.
Like Sonny Throckmorton said, "You call it country, I call it bad rock and roll."
Bad rock and roll.
Good.
You like my country, don't like my country like that. You call it country because he wears a cowboy hat and his stomach's flat.
I think
Not all.
Move to Nashville, you gotta give all your jeans up, go 3 sizes smaller.
You have to dye your hair blonde.
Keep the spike weight up waistband because country people wear that all the time.
All right, so we're gonna change some batteries out and sign off the Facebook
Can I
Live.
use
Yeah,
this
go right ahead.
here?
So we'll.